The idea to bring Lee Child's legendary Jack Reacher to television began in earnest 2018, and the casting process was ramping up in early 2021, as incredible as it may seem. Thankfully, this means fans won't have to wait another 3 years to watch the beloved character on Amazon Prime Video's Reacher, as the second season of the TV series is drawing to a close. Join us in this video as we tell you 10 things to expect for the TV series Reacher's second season. From the onset of Season 1, it was evident that Roscoe would play a pivotal role in the plot. Not only did she play a significant role in the first novel, but the chemistry between Reacher and Roscoe was one of the most enjoyable aspects of their journey through Margrave. Roscoe considers running for mayor at the end of Season 1, stating that she wants to help rebuild the city that her family has known for generations. If she starts Season 2 as the mayor of Margrave, it's entirely possible that Reacher may ask her for a few favors to aid him in his fight against his captors. Now that Reacher has earned a lot more acclaim from reviewers and fans, the program will almost certainly be given a larger budget in order to raise the standard from the first season. As a result, the filmmakers may decide to cast those performers who have already appeared in the big screen adaptations. Despite the fact that the Reacher series is already well known, this may help to attract a larger audience to the small screen adaptation. It will be a terrific opportunity to pay homage to the original cast while also expanding the universe in a meaningful way, regardless of who the creators choose to bring into the fold. Reacher's past was only hinted at in his personal accounts and fleeting childhood flashbacks for the majority of the episode. Reacher's brother Joe and some of the events that led him down a path of justice are not revealed until the dying moments of the final episode. Fans will hopefully learn more about Reacher's past with the military police, as well as some of the training he underwent to help him become such an unstoppable force. It may also provide some unique ties to current events, allowing more allies such as Neagley to join the fight. Finley was another fan-favorite character from the cast, and he went through the show's most major arc. He grew from being Reacher's reluctant ally to a trustworthy, incorruptible cop who swiftly became one of his closest confidants. Although Finley says in the final episode that he is leaving law enforcement, Reacher says he is one of the better cops he has ever seen. Given his reputation as a tough enforcer and a fan favorite, it's difficult to believe he won't team up with Team Reacher once more to rescue the day. Reacher's first season dropped on February 4th, 2022. As the filming for Season 1 took place in a rough time frame of 5 months, between mid-April to late July, it's easy to assume the second season will follow a similar pattern of production and release. Based on Amazon Prime's release schedule having a year or two gap between each season of their shows, it would be reasonable to predict that Reacher Season 2 could land around mid to late 2023 or early 2024. Another distinctive feature of the Reacher novels is the ever-changing locale, which is a result of Reacher's self-admitted aversion to staying near the flame. He's a nomad, which means fresh locations and, in the case of a TV show, a mostly new cast. Because Alan Ritchson's portrayal of Reacher is the series' high point and benchmark, creators should have no qualms about shuffling the deck when it comes to the array of characters he encounters. New characters, on the other hand, are a welcome addition that will change the tone and tempo of future seasons. Aside from the possibility of adding a new cast, here are some of the returning cast for the upcoming season. When it came time for Amazon to produce a television adaptation of the film, they went with an actor that looked more like the character, who stands 6'5" and weighs 240 pounds. As a result, Alan Ritchson, who played Hank Hall and Hawk on DC's Titans, is an ideal choice. Mark Ben-David will be playing as Hubble, an accountant involved in nefarious business operations. Charlie is played by Kristen Cruick, a tougher-than-she-looks former debutante, who also happens to be Hubble's wife. Jasper, the medical examiner who is disturbed by the succession of murders in town, will be played by Harvey Guillen from What We Do in the Shadows. Mosley, the village barber who becomes Reacher's ally, will be played by Willie C. Carpenter. Curry Graham, who will be playing Kilner Sr., a local businessman who saved Margrave from disaster but also has a darker side. Willa Fitzgerald is best known for directing MTV's Scream remake and USA's 2020 thriller, Dare Me, in addition to memorable parts in shows like Royal Pains and PBS's 2017 Little Women adaptation. However, it is possible that her involvement in Reacher will outshine all that came before it. She'll play a character from the novel in the new show, who may or may not have been named after the 19th century politician Roscoe Conkling. Roscoe, played by Fitzgerald, is a native of the show's location, Margrave, Georgia, where she is a smart and confident police officer who isn't easily frightened. Alternatively, at all. Which was or is your favorite Reacher character and why? Let us know by leaving a comment below. The seventh book, Persuader, is one of the most well-known Jack Reacher novels, and it finds Reacher confronting a guy he thought was dead and accused of murdering someone very close to him. Reacher is usually the smartest person in the room, but for the first time, Persuader turns the tables on him. Since Reacher finally meets a man who may be wiser and tougher than he is, vulnerability is maybe the most alluring motif in Persuader. This narrative would be a major departure from Season 1, in which Reacher was always able to strong-arm his way out of trouble. He may have to discover a fresh new route out of mire this time. Season 1 of Reacher stayed genuinely true to the source material, but it did take some modifications to create a more unified tale. Given that the Jack Reacher franchise has 26 parts, it's improbable that the show will have 26 full seasons to cover them all. This provides creators with a one-of-a-kind opportunity to combine elements from multiple novels into a single season. It's a real possibility that Reacher's experiences will emerge from other stories, as long as these partnerships stay true to the original material and make sense to the fans. In Season 1, Reacher discovers that Margrave's counterfeiting business is working with Venezuelan mercenaries to secretly distribute the assets around the world. Reacher shuts down the Margrave operation after a few near-fatal encounters with their soldiers, but some loose ends remain. The Venezuelans are unlikely to take kindly to their operations being shut down, thus they could appear as a new primary opponent in Season 2. It would be fascinating to see how Reacher manages threats approaching from all sides, regardless of whether source material is adapted. Season 1 of Reacher follows the first novel in Lee Child's series, Killing Floor. Therefore, it is only natural that Season 2 will begin with the second novel, Die Trying. It follows Reacher's capture after assisting a young, injured woman, as well as his attempt to release her and put an end to the kidnappers for good. Given Reacher's nomadic lifestyle and the fact that he is seen traveling from town to town at the end of Season 1, it is a natural spot to pick up the story again. Reacher is a decent arbitrator with a penchant for vigilant justice, and this novel brilliantly illustrates his capacity to help those in need, while also trying to take the fight to his enemy at any costs. What are your thoughts for the upcoming Season 2 of the Reacher TV series? What are your expectations or theories for the upcoming season? Do you prefer the show to follow its original story from the book, or have its own uniqueness by going a little out of the box? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on the channel.